No, that's awesome. I mean, I love it because it's you know, for me, it's like when as I've gotten older, I've realized on all the things I don't want to do in life. And so
Sure.
it's like as you get older, you kind of like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But in your guys' case, it was just like, you know what, I'm bored. Let's just see if this works. And then finding that success to be like, holy crap, this is something that people are interested in. I mean,
That's really
it's
fun.
first, it's really cool to do as young as you guys are because you're like, okay, cool. Now I have something that I continue to work on. Where I've seen so many people just kind of, okay, well, I'll just do the thing that everyone kind of tells me what to do. Where it's like, no, I'm gonna do the thing that I'm actually really enjoying right now. The thing that I kind of have to do is, secondary. I don't know if that guys
Yeah.
makes any sense to you guys.
I have a hard time forcing myself to do things. I have to be really into a project to do it. So
Yeah. What now one of the things I'm like genuinely curious about is like what are some of like just challenges you guys have been running into as from when you won that competition. You guys won that, right? Let me do like yeah, you
yeah,
guys won that one, right? Yeah. So you guys won the competition and then you guys went, okay, now we need to go from winning the competition to hey, let's see if we can actually launch this thing and make something out of it. Like what challenges have you had from that point to where you guys are now?
I think a big challenge or just something that I've noticed is comparing to like other games. So sure we won a competition that was, a bunch of students in high school, but when you actually look at the market there are so many great games that look so polished. Like everything about them seems like, yeah, this looks like a game that, um, thousands of people would play. And just comparing to other games, it makes you realize um how much polishing needs to be done with our game. And I every time I open the game, I'm like, okay, that needs to be changed, that needs to be changed. We need to do something different over here. Of course, mostly with the visual aspect of it. But I'd say that's a challenge, going from just a competition where maybe all the little mistakes don't matter that much when it's just kind of generic judging in total. Um, Now going to like we really want to make this for people's enjoyment, I would say.
yeah, for sure. Like I also definitely feel that kind of like imposter syndrome when making this game because it's one thing to have a game that's like successful that's developed in maybe like 7 months against people of your own age, but it's a whole other thing to have it against like an entire Steam platform, right? Where there's a ton of like solo indie developers who have worked for years on these things, as well as like these major games. And it's like this is my first time, right? I'm kind of I don't know if I even belong on Steam, but it's just cool. I kind of see it as a resume builder right now because I totally think I could do better because I was learning everything for the first time while I was doing this. But I think it's still really impressive. I still really want to get out a really cool final product, and I think we're totally working on getting there. But yeah, that's totally one of the things. And I mean, I think another thing is that just because while we were making it originally, we were all in high school, we all had very similar lives. And now that we're in college, it's a little harder to coordinate and like work on things together to polish this game up and get it out for release.
Yeah, that is something I definitely should have mentioned as well. Like getting on the same schedule, it's so much easier based on the fact that Josh and I are at least we're 30 minutes away as opposed to, across the country, which is super nice. And I enjoy the fact that it gives us an excuse to talk to each other every now and then. I'm a big fan of that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, we have a so I'm in this Central America, that's silly. I Central United States and most of the people that I work with are my friends are on West Coast and then we also have a developer that's in Sri Lanka and trying to tie all of us together is it's a challenge. Let's just say and so like I mean definitely scheduling and making sure everyone's on the same page. I know for us we've had to incorporate so many different like tools and things like that just to keep us on track to make sure hey who's working on what, when's what's going to be done, who's doing this, who's doing that, because it's just so difficult. I know with other bigger teams and my team specifically, it's like it's so difficult to kind of get that cohesion to make sure that we're all on the same page. And it's just the two of you guys, right? Or is there somebody else hiding in the background?
I think at this point the team is kind
At
of
this
just
point, it's
this.
it's
Yeah,
it's just the two of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
started off with like 6, and then it like trickled down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It worked out the people that were like serious about it, and then people that are like, I don't know, this was fun. I don't want to do this though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to be motivated for such a long period of time, especially after we already finished the competition. We're not even in high school anymore. I totally understand why, um, you know, the other friends weren't as interested or did not want to participate in it as much anymore.